Ever since the red trailer for RWBY was released, I pretty much instantly loved the show of RWBY. I like how the fight scenes worked, and when the show finally came around, I really enjoyed all the characters and whatnot and so forth. I pretty much watched it. I watched season 1. I admittedly did kind of miss season 2. I don't know really what happened, but I was there every week for season 3 and season 4, and now season 5, or volumes, I guess I should be calling them, volume 1, volume 2, volume. And every season, it was amazing. I liked how every single season ended. I remember when season 2 ended, it kind of, volume 2, it ended with this big battle in Beacon with all the Grimm attacking after the train, when the train hit the city. Volume 3, where it ended with pretty much everything being destroyed. The characters of Weiss and Blake kind of were off. Yang was very down and depressed about everything that happened. With RWBY continuing on, walking forward with John, Ren, and Nora, continuing on their journey to Haven. And every season ended me with something, you know. I felt sadness in volume 3. I felt suspense on what was going to happen next in volume 4. And now in volume 5, I felt nothing. Volume 5... While I'm not saying volume 5 was bad, I enjoyed a lot of it. It ended very disappointingly. I mean, what happened in that last episode? It felt like nothing. Nothing was set up for the next season. You know, the last line is pretty much, we must get to Atlas, and there it ends. No big reveal of there's a traitor, no big enemy to fight next that might be coming the next season. Well, I mean, I guess you can't really get bigger than Salem, but another minion of Salem's. I mean, nothing actually is hiding back. No card up the sleeve. Nothing. I mean, that was very disappointing. Not even a big fight scene in the last episode. I mean, yeah, you had... I'm probably going to say this. Yeah, spoilers for pretty much RWBY if you haven't caught up, which... Come on now. You had that big fight with Raven and Cinder the episode before, and yeah, that was amazing and awesome. And that reveal of Raven being the maiden, fucking... my mouth was jaw dropped when that happened. I was like, oh shit. And then you had to wait the next week to see that episode and the fight, and it was great. But what happens? What happens? All right, RWBY, Weiss, and Blake get back together. They're about to do the checkmate maneuver. You know, get to see that against fucking that. And I'll admit, I don't really remember names that much. Against Mercury, the girl that can fucking create illusions, and that buffed out guy that feels no pain, that fucking just sticks fucking dust in his arms. That would have been awesome to see. And it ends with RWBY, Weiss, and Blake defeating them, but we don't see that. It's skipped over entirely. And yeah, we got to see, I guess, you know, the talk between Raven and Yang was very good. I mean, I didn't really want to see it the second time, but I mean, you couldn't just added a few more minutes of that fight. And what about Adam? The fucking Adam, man. This guy was big. In volume 3, he cut off Blake's arm. Fucking Yang's arm. He was ready to cut off Blake's head. He fucking led the, part of attack on Beacon. He helped destroy it, and he killed the leader of the White Fang. He had plans to kill Blake's family. This guy was fucking evil. You want to see this big thing happen with him, and he just runs away. He just leaves. And really? I was ready to see something happen the moment he killed the previous White Fang leader. That moment when he just stabs her right through her stomach, and just kills her. It was great. And I thought, because I don't remember Adam doing much in Volume 4. Volume 5, this was his time to do something huge, big. And yeah, he started that with the destruction of Haven, but it fizzled out. Nothing happened from it. Really? I was expecting something, anything. I mean, really? Him and Sun have this 2-second fight, and it's over. He just leaves. I probably already went over this, but again, just how the ending felt in general. Again, in season 2, Volume 2, it ended with this idea that there's something bigger is going to happen. You know, there's the next step. This was like only phase 1 of the plan on the attack of Beacon. Something bigger is going to happen. And then also you had the tournament to look forward to in Volume 3 as well. In Volume 3, it ended with Beacon being destroyed. Pyrrha's dead. Fucking, again, Blake and Weiss are gone. Weiss' father taking her away. Blake just running away from her friends, going back home to her family. Yang's arm cut off, feeling so depressed, and on top of that, Blake just leaving didn't really help Yang at all. And again, you had RWBY walking forward, and then that last scene of Salem's voice. I didn't realize this at first, but you know, Salem the character was the first voice you heard in the first episode of RWBY, and now they bring it all the way to Volume 3 at the very end, where she talks and you see her, and she just. Oh god, it looks like she's like this fucking grim thing. You don't know what she is yet, at least at that time. And it was big, something big was going to happen. Oh man, that was amazing. And then again in Volume 4, you know, RWBY and her friends make it to Haven. And what happens, the headmaster there is a traitor. At least as far as we knew at the time, and then turned out to be true. This dude turned fucking tailcoat. God, it was so amazing. And the way he died in Volume 5 was great. But Volume 5 didn't have that big. Didn't feel like there was going. Like, the only thing we know at the end of Volume 5 is that they're going to Atlas. And that's it. And the last biggest disappointment is of Team RWBY. You got that like one moment, like those like 2 moments of like in the previous episode and in the last episode of them being together. Well, barely in the previous episode. But it doesn't mount up to anything. They all hug, and that's where it ends. That's the last scene, or not the last scene, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, I would have loved at least a little small like next day, next week of them kind of telling each other their tales of what happened to them, and then making little comments about each other. Something, and it didn't end up happening. Volume 5 just was a big disappointment in the end, at least as far as the ending is concerned. Again, I felt like a lot of it was great. And all of the twists was great. But damn, that ending was so disappointing. And really, that's all I wanted to say. High hopes for Volume 6, though. High hopes.